So let's get started with last week. So the week of July 6th to July 10th, not an overall bad week, not a great week either. In terms of trades we took, in terms of money made, it was good. It was more on the good side, but you know, not to our standards. But obviously Tesla and Amazon, Shopify not really, but Tesla and Amazon really moved the markets, um, especially with multiple 100-point days. Even Tesla can still keep going, so Tesla is on big watch tomorrow, especially, and the rest of the week. Um, yeah, sector trading is gonna be actually very important this week, especially with banking. A lot of banks reporting earnings, which we'll cover in a bit. But yeah, banking. Let's add banks here. Banking is gonna be pretty important this week. It will kind of give you like the gist of like how the market is in shape. Last time banks reported earnings, they didn't do too well, and we had a small dip. Wasn't that huge, but maybe banks will give us a much more better statement, especially with a lot of stuff already reopened. Maybe give us a better statement because, especially with the markets going, uh, markets well, especially with the markets making almost all-time highs, people saving less the past month or so. So maybe we get a nice bullish sentiment from banks. Um, yeah, and trades we took this week. If you guys want to discuss these, D-Dog was a nice trade. LLY was my biggest money loss. So in terms of like dollars amount, um, LLY was my biggest loss this week. CrowdStrike was another great win. Chewy was a great win. Tesla, Shopify, Amazon, obviously throughout the week, were really easy wins. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any questions on these trades, why we took them, we actually log into my Thinkorswim just in case you guys do have questions. Let's see what time we took those. But yeah. For the upcoming week, as I said, lots of banks reporting. Um, Netflix reports this week, correct? Netflix does report this week, yeah. So
That's right.
Netflix could continue to get a run up, but just like how we saw with Netflix's last earnings, Netflix barely moved the day after. Like it was like what? Oh, like it fit a condor. Like I remember specifically we wanted to take a condor because we knew that Netflix ran up so much that one moved this much as much, and it did it. So we could definitely try Netflix condor again, but Netflix holding my 540 calls at least until Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, because we'll keep getting that run up. Uh, but yeah, honestly, I might even sell them tomorrow because banks report pre-market Tuesday. So if that's bad, just in case, I'll probably just sell my one contract, let it go. Um, but yeah, also other banks: J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, airlines. The first airline this week. First airlines actually this season. This Q. They're reporting Q2, correct? So they're reporting Q2 earnings. So
Hmm.
first airlines is going to be Delta, I think. I mean, there might have been one before, but it probably wasn't that big. Otherwise, we would have known. But yeah, so Delta's going to be the first one. We have more banks: Citibank, Goldman Sachs, United Healthcare, not a bank, but it's reporting. BNY Mellon. I think they're also in the financial sector. Hold on, let me make sure.
Yeah, they're a bank.
Okay, yeah, they're a bank. All right. So that's another bank. Um, Domino's Pizza has some crazy earning moves, like $60, $70 moves. If I remember correctly, the past couple earnings. Their last earnings what was it 297 to 373. That was almost $100 move. So that's something to definitely watch out for. Make sure fact check myself right there. I'll probably take a Domino's yellow just because it's been um, it's survived the Corona market, especially with deliveries. Actually, no, sorry. The two earnings ago was that move, 298 to 370 plus. The earnings before was actually that's a big wick, yeah. So it went up and all the way down to 315. Well, it wasn't that big of a move. It was about a what was that? About a 4% move or so. So, but it made all time highs actually. Closed all time highs Friday. Damn, this would be a nice trade to take into this week. Okay, get that earnings run up. It'll easily cross 400 plus, especially with these all time highs that it just made. So But yeah, I'm looking to trade at least maybe one contract with Domino's. More banks in healthcare: Bank of America, J&J, Abbott, Morgan Stanley, Charles Schwab, Netflix, Ally. Honestly, the biggest ones we have to watch out for, obviously, besides the banks that I'll probably play, are Netflix. Probably a condo for Netflix. Domino's, I'll probably take a YOLO, either call or put, depending on which way. Um, which way we go, and I'll probably also play uh, Charles Schwab as well. So those three, I'm actually watching to actually play the earnings.
Hey,
I like
301, you gonna play oh, sorry to interrupt.
no,
Are
go
you
ahead.
gonna play any of those airlines? Those airline earnings?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, let's see how Delta does, because we have more coming up next week. So not this week, the week after. So let's see how Delta does. I mean, I'm leaning bullish mainly because majority of the world is starting to like see huge decreases in Corona, especially the big countries, so like Brazil, us. That's it, honestly. Oh, and India. India's also getting a big surge. So besides those, Europe is really really secure right now in terms of their cases. They haven't had any major increases. France actually today was the first day. Well, I'm assuming today was the first day that they actually opened sports back to the public. So their stadium still had limited capacity, but I saw a PSG game, uh, like a PSG friendly game that had about I'll say a third capacity of fans. So yeah, so in terms of travel, the, those stocks should definitely report good outlook, and of course a better quarter that they just had Q2, um, especially after May. Um, yeah, maybe we'll see, but I'm not gonna play Dell, that's for sure. But I'll probably play the rest depending on how. Yeah, depending on how we do.
What do you think
Gotcha.
about
And also,
DraftKings?
sorry, yeah, I'll talk about DraftKings, but also adding on to
Okay.
Dow. If Dow does good, then we can play the other airlines. The other airlines will get a pre-earnings pump if Dow does do well. So we keep playing that, like that cycle all over again. Dow reports, does well, we buy calls, um, and we sell before those earnings. If they do well again, we buy them again, so on and so forth. If they do bad, then that's a different story. Uh, but yeah. DraftKings. Let's look at DraftKings chart. DraftKings, I mean, not good, man. DraftKings, I don't know why. I mean, I guess I guess people still think it's overpriced, but pretty sure we had traded DraftKings last week, didn't we? Let me check my order
I
history real
think we
quick.
did one. I think I actually made like a
Um,
small profit on it.
yeah, we did. I bought 175, 170. I sold for 131 and 125. Okay, so I sold it for a loss. I would say it was at like 20% loss. Yeah, so that wasn't good for me, but let's look at the chart. Um, Dude, the
The
chart
daily
looks.
is kind of consolidating.
Yeah, the daily has been consolidating. Let me actually post this in Technical Watch. Actually, we probably could have taken this into Friday as like a solid probability swing trade, but I posted the chart on Technical's Watch. We bounced off that gap down zone. Well, not a gap down. It's a resistance, support zone. We bounced off it. Um, I actually remember why we took DraftKings now. We off the same support we took kind of like a bounce, and then it just dropped under. That's why we cut it. But it looks like it was a fake out. It came right back above it, so we got faked out there. But yeah, it's been consolidating. I mean, I'm not sure why. I did get like downgrades. I think it's too early to get downgrades, right, for them. Um, they have not been doing well. There has to be some sort of like fundamental news behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not many online gambling news, like legislation specifically, coming out recently. Um, but CNBC's, well, like Jim Cramer, a bunch of other people on CNBC network, they're all pretty high on DraftKings. Also, a week ago, we got news of somebody's like insider selling of the DraftKings stock. Over $596 million sold by somebody or a group. Um,
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, there's not. I don't know. I My best guess would be that people are starting to see that it's already priced in. They think it's a fair price for the stock, especially for the almost $12 billion market cap. So pricing is priced in. Maybe we'll get a bump with the NBA coming back in 2 weeks, baseball in 2 weeks. More specifically, American sports. Um, but yeah, I mean, more specifically American sports, I think, because most of the sports that are already open, like soccer and stuff, those are like, I mean, American sports have those wagers, but it's not, it's not their
It's
main.
not as it's not as
Yeah,
popular.
it's
Yeah.
not as popular here exactly. So once,
And like DraftKings, you can only do it in like New Jersey and like Nevada, right?
exactly, yeah. So yes, well, there are probably a couple more states, but
Yeah.
um,
I mean, you could do like their fantasy
yeah,
anywhere. I
you can
think
do the
like for
fantasy
actual
anywhere,
betting.
but the actual sports
The,
book, yeah, that's correct.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's something to watch out for. But I mean, long term, I think it's a good stock because once we start to see online gambling, which inevitably, just like marijuana, is going to be legalized. So
Yeah, I think
long
so
term,
too.
it's a great stock. So, um, but yeah, let's see, where was I on the document? Oh yeah, the economic events. Nothing too major this week. Besides the Thursday is going to be pretty major. So Thursday we have a bunch of stuff. We have the unemployment claims as usual every week. Retail sales is going to be pretty major, and the Philly Feds are. I actually don't know what the Philly Fed index does. I think we might be talking about repos, but that's not too major, I would say. But yeah, that Thursday pre-market is going to be pretty major. Um, but we also have the consumer index on Tuesday morning, 8:30. Um, Wednesday does not look too serious. But yeah, so I think Tuesday and Thursday are the main what's it called, main days to watch. But of course, in terms of fundamentals, there's stuff with Trump and China. Trump actually wore a mask for the first time. I mean, he was in a hospital, of course, but he still doesn't really wear a mask. So maybe we'll see if there's also rumors of a federal mandate of masks. There are reports coming out. I think yesterday I was reading some reports that said that like one of the keys to actually keep our economy going is wearing masks. I mean, of course, it's going to reduce the cases by a little bit, but um, like if you wear a mask to work, at least you're working, right? So I guess it's gonna be. I guess that could also keep our economy running. But yeah, just stuff to look out for. China, more coronavirus case news. Also, we also get coronavirus cases every day to report. I forget the exact times, but Florida is around 10:30 in the morning. Arizona is around that time too. Texas is usually in the afternoon, like around 1 o'clock or so. That's been the pattern. I don't know the exact times, but I think there might be an exact time. I'll look that up and I'll post it into the document. Um, Also, options to watch. I didn't change this from last week. Same with the pennies to watch. These are always going to be the key. Actually, Net, NET, Cloudflare, or sorry, what's it called? I'm blanking right now. What's NET again? It's not Cloudflare, right? It's
That's Cloudflare. You mean CrowdStrike you're thinking of?
Oh no, sorry, yeah, NET is Cloudflare. Okay, yeah. So NET is Cloudflare. They got a big price target raise from $30 to $52 by J.P. Morgan. So I'm looking to take some probably August calls. We'll also look at the premiums on these. But I'm definitely looking to take 45 calls first thing tomorrow. Let's look at this real quick. What's it called again? NEC.
You
Look at
said
the
45 calls.
premiums. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just talking out of my head right here, but let's
Yeah,
look at them
yeah.
right now. Okay, yeah, August 21st, probably 45 calls, around $300. They're kind of expensive though. We can't take July 17th because those expire this Friday, obviously. But yeah, August 21st, I think I'll probably take a 45 call. They got a nice price target upgrade, similar to CrowdStrike as people work from home. Online security is going to be essential. We can even take 50 calls. What are the deltas on these? 28 versus 40. Nah, yeah, 45 calls are going to move a lot more. For sure. Maybe even the 47 calls will be nice in terms of budget. Spending sub 250, I think that would be nice. We'll see. I mean, if NET opens the red tomorrow, these will be a lot lower. But yeah, that's one of my main watches to put into long terms as well. Um, Roku, Netflix reports earnings this week. They're going to get a run up. Roku's similar to Netflix. streaming service. They don't make content, so it's a little bit different. Tesla, Amazon, obvious. Shopify. Shopify didn't have a great week last week, but we could see it change the story here. Let me add Walmart as well. Walmart could very close to all-time highs, and they report earnings in a couple weeks. Um, Especially if they move to like an Amazon type, or if they add an Amazon type of business, or like same day, or like Amazon Prime type, which they are. This could be a $200 stock by the end of the year. So that's very important. Zoom, Apple, those are watches every day, honestly. There's one more I wanted to add. Hold on, let me look at my list. Oh, Disney's opening up theme parks. I forgot. They opened up theme parks, I think, yesterday, officially.
Yeah.
We took Disney calls into tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I honestly took it just because it looked great on the 1 hour. I did. I don't. At the time, I didn't remember that it was going to open, but I mean, I guess we got lucky there. We'll see how it does tomorrow. What did I want to add to? I wanted to add. Um, Nvidia. That's the one I wanted to add. Yeah, Nvidia. So Nvidia there, and also honestly AMD. Both chip makers. Especially with the Intel news, if there's more bad news with Intel, AMD and Nvidia will rock it, just like we saw Friday and Thursday. So good to go to watches. Pennies, just like last week. These are coronavirus pennies. Nothing too big to watch. Actually, let's actually run the scanner. See if there's any new pennies popping up that are not coronavirus. So let's do non-corona pennies. All right, let's look at these pennies real quick. OAS got a boost Friday. All petroleum companies. TTOO. Let's put that down. OAS, TTOO. Mark. That's a coronavirus penny. FCell. As Tesla keeps going up, these battery makers are on watch as well. What else is on watch here? Go, CMCM, MFA. Go, CMCM, MFA. Let's put a couple more in here. WTRH got a huge bump this week. Okay, so WTRH and YRCW, let's put those in. WTRH and YRC. Alright, I'll put these on the watch as well. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's the review for this week and last week. If you guys have any questions, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or any trades you want to go over, any charts you want to go over, just post them in the chat and add me, and then I'll answer those questions. But yeah, that's the review for this week. See you guys tomorrow. Should be another fun week, especially with Tesla. I think Tesla, I'm getting a lot of rumors, a lot of different rumors. Honestly, I can't keep up, but that should be very fun week for Tesla this week.
Real quick, I do think Foot Locker did get a price target upgrade on Friday to $35 or $34, and it didn't really run up that much. It went up to 29 and then kind of went back down a little bit. That might be a watch.
Yeah, it could be a watch. The thing with retail is like they're kind of all over the place. There's no really consistent thing with retail. Like if we look at Ulta's one retail that hasn't moved at all. Like it's been stuck under 200 for almost 2 months now, I think. Yeah, Ulta. Well, actually, Ulta could be a nice play here.
There's also a gap on the Foot Locker daily chart.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's look at Foot Locker now. Foot Locker. Oh, the Foot Locker's been trending up the past couple weeks. Well, actually, since May it has.
Down.
Yeah, since May it has, but it's been consolidating at this area here.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll draw this line out. Let's draw this. So this line, let's make this a support area. Entry line, my entry line would be above 3070. So I'll make that blue. And then this one, my exit would be 33 and 36. I'll make these green. Actually, hold on. I'll just let's do this. Oh shit. Okay. This should be a good chart. Let's post this. Yeah, so my entry would be a break above here. Okay, I'll post and I'll explain it. So for Foot Locker, that's a great gap. Great daily chart as you mentioned. Right now it's been, well, this line isn't really straight, but you see what I mean. Like this area has been pretty much support. It's not the best line, but this area is support. I want a resistance break here. First resistance break. For an entry price, I'll probably take maybe 32 or 32 and a half or 35 calls, and then we could easily see a run up to 33 and even if we're lucky 36. But it needs a big breakout. So once it's done consolidating, it needs to break those levels before we even think about 40s again. So, but yeah, it's a good watch. They got a price target upgrade, but retail in general has not been moving at all. It's been chilling for the past month. But yeah,
Yeah.
we could see a spike in retail. I highly doubt it though, mainly because cases in the U.S. at least are rising a lot, especially in those four main states: Florida, Cali, Arizona, Texas. But if they do put this online, then they should be in good shape, which Foot Locker obviously does. So yeah, it's a good watch. I'll actually add that to the list. I like that. Foot Locker. Alt. Yeah, we'll keep those on watch.
For sure.
Yep. But yeah, besides that, and if there's no other questions, we'll end the review here, guys. See you tomorrow.
Hey,
All right.
thanks, bro.
Yep.
Have a good one.